Tampering with Project Omega is forbidden. You will be terminated. Initiate Unibeam attack.
Assist me! Thor is down!
I do not like the sound of that.
Would give the holder almost unlimited power.
Not almost.
Heimdall! Aid me now! Ooh, is it getting hot in here?
Cyrus, you still here?
I really don't want this game to die, but I don't know what else to do.
Unless we put videos out like this. Unless we put videos out like this, man.
Like, I have other games I like to play. I like God of War. I like horror games, but I choose to play this. I have a lot of fun playing this game.
Because you love it.
I do.
That's okay, man. I love this game too. Cyrus loves this game too. But look how they make it. Look what they've done to it. This is not our fault. You know what I mean? Let's have this conversation. I mean, seriously. I feel like I'm turned off by the game. I really am. And especially with this last thing they did, you know, I feel turned off by it completely, 110%, because I mean, okay, like for the super adaptoid part, right? If you're at 150 and it, okay, let's start over. Let's put it like this.
I'm done.
What you think, man, though? You think this game is dying because of what they're doing to it? Do you think they're sabotaged their own game, bro? Like that on purpose?
I think so, yeah.
Why? Why would they do that?
At this point, I'm gonna be honest and state I really don't know. They've been doing some real unpredictable stuff lately. None of it makes any sense. Nothing. Bringing Spider-Man in with no story mode. That was your number one mistake, right there. Every other character, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, they had a story mode. They had something you can play, unlock a costume for, you know, just a side mission, you know, more content, something new. But nah, they just do Spider-Man into the game and say, oh, once you go mess with his web, you can play with him. So dumb. Oh yeah, there's a web on the glass. Let me go investigate. But they couldn't just do a story mode. But Spider-Man,
Bro,
I just don't understand.
The way that I feel like the progression of it, we grind so fucking much on this game. So fucking much. And then I feel like that when they took the resilience, and I understand they had to do it because of the, you know, the infinite mode, we knew that was going to get nerfed.
That only 0.5% of people have.
Yeah, it's not like,
right
yeah, like everybody had that shit.
Nobody really had it, no.
Not everybody ran with a defense build, man. You know what I mean?
From comic books. It takes too long.
The comic books, the comic books were like, for what was that I guess the new guy, what did he say, that wasn't training, or wasn't like, what was said on that he
it was something, I guess that's not the way it was meant to be, not the way that, like, Farm Basin is calling us dumb.
Well, what was he saying though? Like,
that is basically, it takes no brains to farm comic books to get 100% resilience. That's basically what he said.
But that's still training, though. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You're still spending time to do that. Because going into that harm room and going in there every single time and beating those guys how many times over and over and over, it's not easy. You know what I mean? Because, like, shit, How many times have we gone in there? I hate going in that damn harm room. And I looked at it as training. Like, if you wanted to get stronger, you go in there and get it done. You go find comic books and stuff like that. Like, that's training. But see, that's the thing. People don't want to do that. People don't want to do it. They want it easy where they just get the pieces and it's given to them when they win something. But then they turn it into a system that, look, that jumps to 175, and then look, they figured out how to get past it real quick. You know what I mean? And people, the game's dying. You know what I mean? It's the way they set it up. I love this game, but like I'm at 170 now. You know what I mean? I'm at 170 now, and I do not feel like it when you're fighting the Adaptoid, right? Like I go in there and with people that 150 or whatever, and I carry them through it, and that's cool and everything like that. But I get scaled down to them. I don't think that's fair. I really don't, because I work really hard not to be scaled. You know what I mean? I get it, but at the same time, if I go in, that's why they should have two different levels on it. They should have a brutal mode for him, and then they should have like a regular mode for him where we can make it harder. Cause
The regular one where it used to be before they started doing the cap.
right. Yeah, because if I'm playing, if I'm fighting him at fucking 170, and it feels the same, because it's all about how it feels, right? There's stats, there's perks, and then it's how you feel. You know what I mean? And if I feel like it's the same shit at 150, you know what I mean? There's no difference in it. You know, if you can't, if you're not, I'm just saying, like, if you can one shot Maestro, right? With one Bifrost when you're at 170, right? But you could do it at 150. Then what is it? What the hell is the difference? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
What is it for then? You know what I mean? Like, if you can't switch it to brutal mode, and then Maestro's like 30 times harder where you can't do it. You know what I mean? Because there's sometimes there's a sometimes you don't want to run it like that. You know what I mean? Especially with the Super Depto, you just want to go through it and blaze through it. I get it. You know what I mean? But the way they have this set up is just like, I don't know. I'm getting turned off by the game now. You know? And that sucks, because I really, really like this game. I mean, I really like this game. To the point where I think that, I hate to say it, that I'm coming to an end on it. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be it, but I feel like it because of how they made it. Because there's nothing new. There's nothing new or anything, and the glitches turns off the game as it is. You know what I mean? Like, if you I guess the glitches make it worse. You know what I mean?
They do.
Completely. The glitches make it worse. So yeah, the glitches make it worse, and it doesn't make anything easier on the game. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's hard enough that we have to go through it there with other people and the crystals. But when you start taking, like, it was cool when we have the resilience with all your characters, because then you can take all your characters through the raid and stuff like that. And I don't know what are they trying to do? How hard are they trying to make it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think I built so much with Iron Man, and I get it. Everybody else is playing other characters, making their other characters and stuff like that. But for me, I only play with Iron Man. I don't play with any other character. So what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to an end, and I played every single variation of Iron Man. There is no other variation of Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like, I played it all, arranged everything. What else can they give me at this point? You know what I mean? Instead of nerfing us, instead of taking all the fun stuff away, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get it. You can't be invincible, but they didn't have to. They could have left it left some of it. You know what I mean? Some of our hard work, because that I guess I didn't know how I was gonna feel being the defense, because my build is a defense build. I guess I didn't know how. At first, I was like, this is kind of cool, but then I start to think about it, and I guess feel and play later on, and I feel as much as I maxed it out on defense and stuff like that, it's weaker than when I used to have it. You know what I
But
mean?
now you're dying to basically dumb shit in the game that you
Yeah,
shouldn't be dying to
yeah.
because you
The
built
stuff
your
that I
character
worked really hard so I
right.
couldn't die
Survive
to,
that.
so I could survive certain things and try to make a different build or range or whatnot. It doesn't even matter. I think it just, by him saying that, it's like that's not, anybody can go and do that. Not everybody wants to go do that though. You know
And
what I mean?
it's for sustainability, but we know most of the people that made the game, they don't even play their own game.
Yeah. Yes. They don't.
It's frustrating. Like,
Majin, you want to come play?
Well, I'm doing a video with them real quick, man.
Okay.
So we're just talking a normal talk. So
yeah, like it's discouraging when you get, to a certain point, and like you were a big defensive player, so I mean, of course you felt, the nerf, but not like somebody coming up would feel. You know what I mean? Like, it's disheartening to come up and be like, all right, I finally got this amount of resilience, and then you go and wake up that day and go play, and you're getting opped by a shielded character that you would just built enough resilience and resolve for, go up against and handle before. And there was players on forums, players across multiple platforms struggling already. So to make the game harder doesn't does I mean, how many forums have we been on? We've seen like can't get through the OLT, can't get through the raid, da 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 da. These people are just running through dailies and just trying to build from there. Then you go and take a defense nerf from a comic that's been in the game since launch. Like, it's not like it was the consumable that you could buy that everybody had a aneurysm over. It's just, I would love to be a fly on the wall. Crystal Dynamics and hear what their ears are saying in their heads, because this doesn't, unless there's something coming, unless they're gonna, like, I don't know, I can't even speculate.
I don't know, man. I feel like that it's not good. You know what I mean? I don't know. Fear, you was mad when it first happened. You was really upset. It seems like you had some time to think about it now.
I mean, I was always rolling around with not, I had like 70% resilience on my Hawk, and I had like what did I have? 50 or 60 on my Thor. So I was always playing on the edge of my seat anyway, dodging, parrying. That's how I play anyway. But now that I have some time to really think about it, that comic book nerf was a very, very bad idea. I didn't think the content was easier, but I had more survivability. But you take that away from me, now, like, there's shit that's been happening in the raid. Like, I've been one shot by an eyeball. That little floaty eyeball sometimes with a full health bar. I have full health and he just, one beam kills me. I'm like, what did I die to? And it's the floating eyeball above me that kills me. Before, when I had more armor, that that mitigated the damage that what do you call that? That little chip damage that they were doing to me. Like when I'm fighting a Pepto, I'm getting messed up with like 5 eyeballs, and then I die. I'm like, wait, how did I die? But there's invisible eyeballs floating around my head. I didn't see them. I was fighting the Pepto. I died to the freaking eyeball, or I died to what, the Pepto's uppercut and the eyeball at the same time. Because it's just, I feel I have good awareness because I didn't have 100% resilience, like 0.5% of the player base. But all y'all had to do was just, cap it at 80 or 90%, and we could still take damage. We could still die. But basically, we worked for the armor. We implemented to our build. I should feel tankier because I was before y'all just ripped it off like a band-aid. It hurt more than you think it did. The game was hard. That's why I play the game. It's challenging to me. That's why I play it. I play it because I'm not a god. I don't have 100% resilience, and I play with a group of players that enjoy the game just as much as I do. But you robbing me of my armor, what does that prove? That you're just a dick.
Yeah, that's what it
I
feels
think
like.
about it.
That's what it fucking feels like because the challenging part is getting other players through that are not as high as us. That's the
Yes.
challenging part. Like when we work to build our builds the way they are, and then I don't know if you want them to catch up to us as real quick or whatever the case may be, but I really feel like that when they took the comic books, that was it. They don't. We're getting caught up. The veterans are getting caught up in the game that built or that play this game seriously. You know what I mean? Farm. Because we take a lot of people through the raid that are not built, and we might see them 1 or 2 times, and they might come in and then they leave, and but no matter what, we still carry them through, and for them to they want us to be on their level because even when we go with them, they nerf us. We get fucking nerfed on every single thing. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't. That's what I'm sitting there trying to say. If I'm fighting the Adaptoid at 150 and doing the same kill, it killed them the same way, and then I'm at 170, but I kill them the same way. You know what I mean? There's no, there really doesn't feel no power difference. Then what? Why? What is it for then?
What's the power cap for? Because
Yeah.
at my current power level 170, I feel I should be able to go in and take away all his health with my Bifrost.
Yeah.
Because I work to that power level. My build, the way I have it, I should be able to just enter Bifrost and take away his whole health bar because I'm 20 levels over the cap for that level.
20 levels.
But what they did, they keep beefing him up to our power level, which makes no sense because I thought the point of me getting the power levels is to supersede his strength. But I'm not doing it because I'm being scaled and he's getting health and beefier to match how strong I am.
It's a hamster wheel. You know what I mean? It's a fucking hamster wheel. Like that's how I feel like they made it. It's just a fucking hamster wheel. That's all it is at this point. I'm starting to
like I see my numbers getting stronger. I see my Bifrost getting stronger, but
right.
I'm not one-shotting him at 170. Tell me why not? If I'm 20 levels over the cap, if I go in there and I'm with some 150s and I'm 170, you're going to scale me. So you're basically trying to tell new players that I'm just as weak as they are.
Yeah.
Which is stupid as hell because now you're not giving them anything to strive for. You're saying, oh, they're the same level as you, even though they have the same power level. That's totally incorrect, and that makes no fucking logical sense. Now the new players will want to play more if they see me destroy him in one phase because that's the whole point. I'm 170, they're 150. They're supposed to see me, man, I want to be strong like him. And you know what that means for you? They're gonna play your game until they get to my level. Oh no, I just spoke some common sense. Oh no, please don't nerf me. Don't nerf me. Please don't.
Well,
Please.
well, I don't think they care about. I mean, I don't know what they care about at this point because they're all over the board. There's glitches in here that are not even fixed. The Iron Man getting stuck in the suit. That's been there beginning of time, and they still didn't they say in the patch notes they fixed it, and it's still doing the same crap.
They did.
I mean, there's just things on here that I just don't get. The I just don't get, and I think it's for me. I'm I don't know. I think I'm just tired. I think I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like like 175 comes and then, but I don't feel no difference. I don't feel it. You know what I mean? Like you could feel it. You know what I mean? But the way they had it, the way the things were set up, I felt like everybody felt strong. Everybody felt it, right? Everybody felt strong in the game that had their builds and stuff like that. They felt it. They got to fight the Adaptoid. They beat them and everything like that. They was smoking them and everything like that. And now it just seems like, you know, that I don't know. They just want us to play once a week. They just want us to play. I don't know. I don't know what they want the game. I think the game is dying, and I think that is it's. I don't know if they. I don't think they really have anything. I don't
And
know.
it wouldn't have to die if they just listened and took the criticism and did stuff that the daily players have to say. You know, not saying that, we should have ultimate input to it, but don't ignore and then do something out of left field that just discourages more people. That's what I don't understand from a business standpoint.
They need to
Because
fix instead
yeah,
of nerfing.
yeah, they need to fix.
How does a year of people saying this game's too hard go? Let's take the defense away. That will make them like the game even better.
That makes that's it's true. How many people are already having trouble going through it to begin with, and then they were like,
A
"Well,
lot.
we'll just take all your defense. We'll just take the comic books." You know what I mean? Like that makes a lot of sense, don't it? Like that makes a lot of sense.
It does. I'm dumbfounded right now.
Well, I've already put my hard work in a long time ago, playing this game, getting my build to where it is, and then you just take everything. Like that makes me not want to play it no more, man. It just makes me not want to play it no more at all. And it's
I don't
sad.
know. I don't know if it's Big Eagles at Square Enix. I don't know if Crystal Dynamics is, getting muscled by, the bigger um, company to basically, I guess, take the fan base away from it. But I don't know. It's like almost like, all right, well, we got these titles coming out and everybody's playing this. So, like, in order to make sure they come over to play these games that we're going to pump out, this is what's got to happen here because people are spending too much time and this. And I mean, I don't know.
I know they don't want the veterans here, though. I know that much. I feel it because, like, if they're the way they had the game set up a month ago compared to what it is now, I feel like the nerf is directly towards the veterans to get them out of here. Because they don't want our money. You know what I mean? We have already bought all the stuff. They want new money to come in. They want that new money.
But they won't get it. They won't get it if they don't allow us to actually be at our full power when we take weaker players through the game because that'll give them something to strive for. Like, man, I want to play. Ooh, is this group? Man, they strong. Either they're gonna love us or hate us. with our power level be being stronger, us being stronger than them, or as a unison, we either gonna intimidate them or they want to come learn more and be strong like us, which will help your player base. But it seems like you're, targeting the veterans of the game, which makes no sense. But we're helping them do the content that's too hard, so that they can eventually get to our level. And power scaling us makes no sense because they'll think that's the all be all of a build. Oh, well, he went down, but that's because instead of me having 12 health bars, it took me down to one single health bar. So I'm a glass cannon when I play with 150s when I'm 20 levels higher than them.
You know,
How does that make sense?
They could have left it the same, made it the fix the resilience, but they didn't have to take it all the way down to 4,000, right? They could have left a lot of it there where you still had like 7,000 defense or 10,000 defense, but without the being
Immortal.
invincible. Yeah, being immortal and stuff like that. They could have done that. But they could have done so many things to it, because how many times have I said, like when we fight the Adaptoid, if there was a beast mode on it, right? Where everything was just harder. Everything's just harder. Everything you do in there is just harder through the whole raid. When you fight him, even when you fight him at the end, instead of like 3 guys procking, you know what I mean? Like maybe about five of them, or maybe you got to fight three of the Adaptoids in there. You know what I mean? Make it harder. Not
brutal phase.
Yeah, brutal. Get tougher like that, and you know what I mean. Not dumb, not making us weaker. You know what I mean. Instead of fighting the same, okay, if we're gonna fight the same dude, like, okay, give us 2. What is it, maestros? Give us 2 maestros. Give us 2 maestros, or give us maestro and abomination together. You know what I mean? Like change it up. You know what I mean? Make it harder like that. Don't mess with us though. You know what I mean? Because that makes it where it just makes us like we don't want to play it. You know what I mean? Because like make the Super Adaptoid fun. I mean, because how many times have I said, if it was me, I would have made, man, there's some certain things I would make hard. I would make hard, not the crystals. You know what I mean? Damn, the crystals. That's the dumbest shit. Sherry's room is dumb, in my opinion. Make the crystals harder to freaking do this, but not enough people to freaking hit the damn. You know what I mean? Like the crystals shouldn't be hard. They should. If I was them, this is what I would have done. I would have had the crystals be weaker, right? But I would do like a waves. I would do waves to come and do those generators where we have to protect them. And I'm talking about waves, just like the cages, right? You know what I mean? You know how many those are? Yeah, on the OLT. I would make it like where I'd put those generators right there and say, "Fuck y'all, have fun." You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, that would be a lot of enemies.
Yeah, if you land over there in the enemies with the cages.
Yeah, but see, that's my point though. That's my point though. Like high level characters would have to go in there and be like, "God damn, that's hard." That is hard, but we didn't get nerfed or anything like that. But that's hard because you put something like that in there where you have to protect something, right? Say it's just one tower or whatever it is, but you have all those guys just rushing you and everything. You got a certain amount of time to protect it, and they're really doing a lot of damage. Like, you know what I mean? Like that right there. Do something creative, because like I'm sorry, it's just. Make it harder like that, but don't nerf us, because like that right there is what's interesting. Like when I got stuck in the back of Claw's room, you know what I mean, and all those like hundreds of glitching enemies were back there. That was fun to me. Because now I was waiting on y'all. I gotta survive, because y'all gotta hurry up and get the stun meter down and stuff like that. Maybe
by yourself.
Well, well, think about it. If they have Claw, right? Let Claw be like like, okay, you have it on the elite, because the elite I thought was gonna be a big tough thing to go through, right? Like, man, shit. If I had control of it, I'd make Claw shoot 3 times, man, and you wouldn't even know that he was shooting you or not. Bottom line, I really would make it like that. I would, you know, that red thing that goes across the thing to let you know that he's shooting shit. I'd take that shit out of there. Fuck yeah, I'll take that shit out of you. Because remember when we first came in and started doing that, we was like, oh shit, we gotta move. All of us were moving around like rats, trying to get out of his way. We didn't know, and then fear was in the corner. Oh, if you just sit right here in the corner, you won't die. Right there in the back, and stuff like that.
It worked some of the time.
Sometimes, some of the time of that. But my point is, you didn't know. That's why I let them shoot us three times and stuff like that. And then maybe somebody that's in the back, right? Maybe let them get stuck back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe when you die, you die. You know what I mean? Maybe when you die, you die. But make an elite mode where you like, if you die, you die. They're like, that's it. But see, if they do it like that, though, you know what the problem is? If you do it like that, then you have to have resilience. You have to have armor. You see what I'm saying? But if they don't have to, well, okay, they could be glass cannons and blow up everything, right? They don't need armor. We just let them. The buddies can revive them. You know what I mean? And they could be glass cannons, and I guess that's where they really want you to do. They want you to go all high power glass cannon and have us pick each other up, I guess. You know what I mean? Instead of having like really good builds where you can have both. You know what I mean? You can destroy and have resilience.
Survivability, sustainability.
Yeah. But that's what it seems like. They just want you just to, I guess, just blow up everything. That's it. And not have no resilience.
Nah, they just want you to die. That's my honest opinion.
I don't know. They just so many things that they could do to it. But I guess when you get to the point where you run this game so much and you see the flaws in it, you know what I mean? All they can sit there and say is, who are we to complain about this fucking game? You know what I mean?
Marvel's Avengers. Such a love-hate relationship with this game. Title and characters I absolutely love. I really do. But there's things in it that just, you know, there's great things that I love about it. And there's little quirks and little things that don't really make me hate it, but just, you know, kind of make it such a bummer at times.